Rockfish Gap, exactly where we were yesterday, pretty much about the same time. We're now crossing Interstate 64 as we now start heading north again, and this time into the Shenandoah's National Park. Next 100 miles, 106 miles, through the Shenandoah National Park. Woo! Stayed at Stamino's in Waynesboro last night. Showered, shaved, laundry, resupply, some town food, ice cream, lots of protein, lots of fruit. Woo! Okay. Welcome to my world, Jasper here. Yeah, and we are heading north. We're doing fine. Harper's Ferry, that theoretical halfway mark, is around 162 miles from here. I also now have new shoes ordered for me in Harper's Ferry. In fact, they have them at the outfitters right now, so they're behind the counter with my name on them, and I'm going with the Ultra Olympus on my next shoe. That'll give me a little bit more cushion, a little bit more sole through Pennsylvania, or Rocksylvania should I say. Okay, you know what, guys, I can't tell you right this minute without looking at my sheet if this is day 68 or 69. I think it's 69 today, and I believe, is it May the 3rd? I think it's May the 3rd. Okay, let's get to hiking this morning. Backcountry camping. Pack it out. Please do not discard your used permit here. This is where you get your permit for the backcountry, for the Shenandoah's National Park. And I've just filled mine in, and it comes in 3 parts. One part, the white part, goes on the back of your pack and should be displayed. Although it's only a thin piece of paper, you get a bit of rain or a bit of water on it, I think it's going to disintegrate. Maybe I'll just put it in my pocket. It has to be available for inspection to the park rangers if they ask for it. The other 2 copies go in the box, which I did. So right this minute, entering into the Shenandoah's National Park, which is where we are right now, we are legal. There's no cost for the permit. I think they want to track the number of through hikers and visitors that they get, and that way I think it helps with their overall funding, federal funding. The more visitors, I guess the more funding for maintenance of the parklands. Okay, we are now officially in the Shenandoah National Park. Whew, and we're going to be here for at least the next 6 days, because it's got to be, well, it is 106 miles, I believe, to Front Royal, and that's where we'll exit. Just before there, we'll exit the park, and Front Royal will be our next kind of hostel, resupply, accommodation, shower, bath, opportunity for electricity, and so on. So this one's quite a long haul at 106 miles. But I don't think it's going to be too challenging. I mean, it's going to be challenging for sure. We've got climbs for sure. Today, I think elevation gain is about 4,800 feet. But not as bad as some days we've had in the past. Okay, let's get this done. Just a little bit of a trickle, well, more than a trickle. It's a little creek running through the rocks, a little stream. But you know what? It was a perfect place for me to sit on that rock right there. And I filtered a liter of water. I had a really nice lunch, which was one of my cereal pouches, which had a bran, some raisins, and some granola, powdered milk mixed with water. And then I had a little bit of trail mix, which I really like. And then I had a few cookies. And I drank electrolyte water. It's about 12:30. I just checked the app. It's 11.9 miles. Now, by the way, I think this is on Good Hooks anyhow, the last water source. It's 11.9 miles from here to the shelter where there is water, or the next water source, the shelter and tenting area. Is that where I'm going? If I did, it would give me a... That's not the right way. I just started going the wrong way. Ha! Pay attention to where you're going, Gary. Okay, I gotta go this way. Oh, man. In fact, what the hell way do I have to go? I know which way I have to go. I came down that hill. I was going the right way. Oh my God. I came down there. I've got to go down here. It's exactly where I'm supposed to go. I don't know. I mean, I'm a long way from home, right? What do I know? Now, so anyhow, as you can see, once again, still got to fix that on my camera. So yeah, 11.9 miles to the shelter, and I don't know if I'll make that shelter. And if I do, it wouldn't be before 6 o'clock anyhow, which in itself is okay. And the good thing is, it would give me a really nice 20 point something mile start into the Shenandoah Park, which is 106 miles total from Waynesboro to Front Royal, Virginia. And that's Front Royal is my next resupply. So I'm carrying heavy for sure. But it's surprising when you're out hiking how quickly you do deplete your food. It goes very quickly. You burn a lot of fuel every day. Okay, so I have a full 600 ml electrolyte bottle. I have another 600 ml in a backup bottle that I filtered. So if I do make camp somewhere and I don't have, say, a water source, I can at least have water for the evening insofar as having a, say, a cold meal. I've got lots of stuff. I've got chicken salad, I've got Spam, I got peanut butter and strawberry jelly, jam, preserves, and I've got some really nice multi-grain or whole wheat. I think it's whole wheat, but it could be multi-grain flatbreads. Make a couple of nice sandwiches right there. And of course, my trail mix, my baked goldfish crackers, cheese and crackers, and my cookies, and all kinds of things that, you know, to go with like a cold meal. And I'd still have another 600 ml on top of this of water to drink with that. So I'd be fine till morning. It's not a big issue. And in the morning I can get going, get to that shelter, whatever it is, mile or two down the road, depending where I'd stopped, and get water and make my coffee and my oatmeal right there. Something else, I normally set my wake up for 4:30 on a morning, and now things are getting warmer and the days are sure getting longer. And it was my good friend Andre, who I hike with, who really got me into this, and he got me into it kicking and screaming. I gotta admit that, because he likes to get up early and be gone, and then he likes to get to camp early, and I did never like doing that. I was maybe on the trail by 7:30, but not Andre. Andre's on the trail at like 5 or 4:30, 5. But Andre likes to stop around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's his end of his day. Whereas I always hike till 6 or 7 at night. Well, when I've hiked with Andre, and he's kind of introduced me and got me into and insisted that we do things his way. Now, that's okay, by the way. I've learned a lot from Andre. And I am in the very same mindset today, and now have been for a long time, about starting early. And having said that, as I'd mentioned a minute or two ago, I set my wake up for 4:30. I'm thinking now, definitely getting better weather and warmer, although rain today later, maybe. But I'm thinking now of starting to set it at 4 a.m. And so that's going to give me 30 minutes earlier, basically, on trail each day. Not necessarily 30 minutes earlier at camp, but maybe. But it's still going to give me 30 minutes earlier on the trail each day. So I think starting tomorrow, because normally I'd reserve the 4 a.m. wake up for my town days when I go into town. But I think I'm just going to do it all the time now, because it's no skin off my nose to do that. Okay, just had a really nice lunch break, as I say. 11.9 miles, well, 11.8 now, to the next water source. Although we're still walking down the side of that river, by the way, or that stream. Still walking down the side of it, it's right there. But I've got all the water I'm willing to carry right now. Some nice tenting spots over there too. I can see them through the trees. I don't know if you can. Right over there. The other side of the little creek, little flat kind of brown area. Beautiful, beautiful spot for a tent. Perfect. If that creek was there and that little tent spot was there and it was 16 miles, 17 miles into the day, yeah, well, you know what comes next. That would be where Jasper would call home for the night. You know what? Why don't we just get to hiking? Take a look at this trail, by the way. I'm loving the Shenandoah National Park. This is only day 1 in here. But I'm already seeing things that are really nice about being in a national park, like coming out to a parking area and seeing a row of porta potties, pristinely clean, each one with hand sanitizers and so on after use, sanitizing and cleansing, and grass cutting, maintenance personnel. Yeah, just loving this park so far. Okay. So day 68. Oh, I just noticed a nice little camp spot over there. So day 68 is moving along quite nicely. It's about 3 o'clock now. However, I've still got eight miles to the shelter. Even though the terrain underfoot has been okay, not bad at all. A little rocky here and there, but generally speaking, not bad. And it's a rolling kind of mountain rather than a summiting kind of peak, if you will, straight up. Still got about 4,900 feet of elevation gain today on trail. That's assuming I make it to the shelter. That would be a 20.7 mile day. But as I say, it's 3 o'clock with 8 miles left to go. I'm not sure. And again, keep in mind, I started late because I was at the hostel. So I got on trail about 7:30, not about 5:30. If I had have gotten on trail at my normal 5:30, I would have, I don't know, maybe 4 miles to go, which would be just fine at 3 o'clock. And again, the issue is water. Right now, I have a total of about 700 milliliters of water. And again, the next water that I know of is at the shelter 8 miles away. So, oh. Yep, it's the arm. He's at the shelter 8 miles away. So we just got to keep pushing on. We don't really have a whole lot of choice right now. I mean, as I'd mentioned earlier, we could just have a cold dinner sandwich. And, oh my God, I really, really have got to fix this damn arm somehow. It's just, I just don't know how out here. It's very difficult. Even when I'm at the hostel, there's just no gear that I can find to repair it. And I can't just tape it because it would be tape extended. It would be taped extended, and that would be very difficult to kind of, you know, carry around. I just try to vlog a little more carefully until I do get it replaced. I think it's a replacement that I'll have to get for this. This arm would be replaced. Okay, so I'm just wanting to give you a little bit of an afternoon update. Let's take a look at the trail. This way we don't have to worry too much about the arm, because I can hold it right at the top. Beautiful trail right now. We just finished a solid climb and we're at the top of a ridge, I think. So it's a nice little forest trail, green grass at the side of the trail, each side. And again, unfortunately, just no water. I haven't looked at what tomorrow looks like for water yet, but I'm led to believe it could be about the same, simply because I do watch sometimes Jay Wonders, and he's out here right now, but he's a couple of weeks ahead of me. But he just posted day 2 in the Shenandoah Park, and his day 2 was, again, a 20-mile day with minimal water sources. So I think minimal water tomorrow too will be the kind of call of the day. I'm told that when you get further north, there will be more water, and the waysides, which are kind of trailside stores that you'll see in the park, and you know, grills and so on. Also campsites, commercial campsites with water. I'll start to run into those in the next couple of days, I think. So that'll make life a little easier. Okay, afternoon update, about 3:15. Hey, let's enjoy this flat terrain and log some miles. Just arrived at camp. My pack, my poles, the actual shelter. There is space for me. Over on the right there is a privy. There's one tent down there. Looks like there's 3 or 4 people in that particular tent. I'm being a little bit quiet. There's already someone sleeping. It's a little bit early for that, but there's already someone sleeping at the in the shelter. So I'm going to make my little spot in there, and I'm going to make myself some dinner. And you know what, guys? Yeah, day 68 comes to an end at 20.7 miles. Tomorrow is a whole new day, day 69. I'm going to talk to you guys in the morning. Good night.